What's up, YouTube? Calling from T20 here. Here's some of the replays that I have. So let's load this one up. I think this is an interesting one. It's on Red Ball Express. This is my second Company of Heroes live, post commentary, just on Company of Heroes. Basically, I have 4 replays so far on Company of Heroes 2. I've already commentated one, and I can't release them because it's under what's it called? I think it's NDA, non-disclosure agreement, that you apparently sign when you get the beta. So I can't do any of that for you, but when it comes out, I'll definitely do it. I'm really enjoying Company of Heroes right now. I've just been like, I had it for a while, didn't play it barely at all, and I played like 4 missions on the American campaign, and then I stopped until December, believe it or not, 2012. And so I've been playing a lot. You do know that, you guys probably know that Relic was started. Relic went bankrupt, so now Sega took it over, which is Total War, which is great because, I mean, I liked Relic, but it's great that Sega is like this king of the strategy games, and I really like their company. So I'm just clicking on these units randomly. Let's go and let's take off. Yeah, I always say good luck, have fun. So I'm the British. Let's go talk about, I generally, as the British, I like to make 2 squads of infantry, and then I move my headquarters onto a fuel point, or particularly munitions are great, but there's no real good munitions on my sector. So this map, Red Ball Express, is fought in the middle and on the right flank and the left flank. So Doc Sniper is on the left flank here as the Americans. He's a great player. Both these guys are great. We also have Fry here, and he's German actually. So these guys are great players. They do live in Europe. So let's kind of talk about what's going on. We have the opening starts. Let's go on to, you can do cinematic. It's actually really sweet. Awesome. So let's take off the fog of war here. So I got my second squad coming out. As the British, your guys do move slowly. They are kind of like turtling. That's what it's kind of, I believe it's called. They do have Enfields in their hand, but when they're not in their own territory, they slow down, so you need a lieutenant to speed them up. I think, actually, I'm making a lieutenant right now to kind of move up. Let's go who are our enemies here. We have Cash, who is in the center, I believe. No. Cash is on the far left side. He's going to be fighting directly against Doc. You can see Doc Sniper is on this flank. He's moving far up. And we also have a huge engineer start from Fry. And I'm going against Alice, who's a Panzer Elite. He is level 1, but I'm playing the Steam edition, so Sega, the Relic servers are shutting down in, I believe it's May 10th. And so everyone will be forced onto this, so levels mean nothing right now. Because Doc's only like level 5, but he's I think he's like 15 with all the nations and stuff. So I got my recon element here. This is the one you start out with the British automatically. So my goal is to pretty much, to stop the Panzer Elite. I played this map previously, and I got massacred by the Panzer Elite. So as the Americans, like, I got pushed. I was fighting literally back here. I was fighting back here, like making stuff and trying to stop the Panzer Elite, and they're just assault rifles are just killing me. So I chose to be the British this time to pretty much, I pushed up aggressively, like really quickly with the British. I even built a trench here, and I'm waiting. I'm saving up my munitions to get these guys to have a Bren. It's a light machine gun at the time, and I'm building machine gun nests because I want to build some defenses and just fight off this assault I think is going to happen with a bunch of Panzer Grenadiers. So then I'm just kind of, I think I'm actually going to build another one around here. Anyway, there's fighting in the middle. Extreme Gamers also fighting. We got a bunch of major engagement of Pioneers, Volks Grenadiers, and Engineers from Doc. Now you can upgrade a, oh, there's even a machine gun. You can actually upgrade a, the Engineers and Pioneers with flamethrowers that can kill units and buildings. I'm just seeing a lot of Doc's guys get killed here. Those machine guns are deadly. I think Cash and Extreme Gamer are working a little bit together here. But look, we already got a Doc Sniper's quickly going to flank the MG. Nothing much has happened on my side. I'm just capturing this point with the lieutenant and basically building a trench and kind of moving up. I'm waiting for this assault to happen. Oh yeah. I'm going to push up a little bit with my guys. We can look at the fog of war really quickly. We push up with my guys, and we see these engineers just stuck in a house. These are Extreme Gamers. Maybe you want to make a forward HQ to help on this flank here, but I see that Alice has his guys behind here. They're in heavy cover. That's what the green thing means. So we're pretty much massacring these extreme Gamers guys inside the house. But then we get run off because his Panzer Grenadiers are out here that are upgraded with the Gewehr 43, which does have suppression for 20 munitions. So he's got a scout car, and I was afraid that was an armored car like this early. I know it's been like 4 minutes, but you never know. Some of these Panzer Elite players are really fast. So I've set up my HQ and I'm producing another infantry section. They are 450 for the Brits. And if you look over here, massive fighting. The Germans are trying to build up some defenses, actually. Extreme Gamer, this is about 300 manpower that's invested into these. It looks like he's really... Oh, nice. It looks like he's really trying to stop the Germans from constructing these because they can put MGs and pretty much cover. But they are finished. It's because Doc flanked around earlier, as we saw. And it looks like we do have some German... I believe it's a German HQ because the building is red. Is there a guy in there? Oh, Pioneers must be in there. I don't know why it's not showing. Anyway, he's got his Volts in here. So Doc is doing an excellent job. He's upgraded his guys with bars already and is really pushing on this flank. And so far we see 2 scout cars so far from Alice. He hasn't really pushed. Pretty much to fight against the British, I was a Panzer Elite and I did this, and I will show you that. Nah, I probably won't show you that battle because it was really bad. But like 3 guys quit after like 15 minutes because of actually playing with these 2 guys also that are on my team. So it's nice to have friends and make a team. Some of them tend to finally capture the field. As the British, I'm not too worried about field to start off with. So we got a second trench. Pretty much, even if he sent the scout cars forward, we would pretty much destroy them. I've set up a strong defensive position here. And so now I'm feeling confident enough that I can call up my armored, my support truck, which will give me, a captain, a light tank, a light steward, and it will also give me sappers. I think I clicked on the map somewhere asking if he's going to take over here. This is a decent field point. He said something about like high field. I believe we were talking actually about, I think it's like, I don't want to press random buttons, but we're talking about this field here that's way behind our lines. So it's good to communicate with your teammates. And I just said I got the PE blog down because I have all these defenses in the PE. I'm kind of pretty confident about stopping anything. You just bring out a mortar half track. Now I use my own mortar half track. I will show you the mortar half track as we're in the on this map again when we play and where the axis. But you know, I think I really love the Wehrmacht. I'm liking the Panzer Elite more. I like the British. I don't like the Americans a lot, even though I am American. It's there's just something, they seem like average, almost like they got the treehouse engine, but they don't have a lot. So either these weren't upgraded with machine guns, which I don't think they were, but he's just playing down mines, and they're behind the German lines, and they can just flank around. So it would have been smart if he had turned this one that way. A great thing about the Americans, though, is they do have the they can replace the riflemen very fast, and they do have a triage center, which is what this is. It heals units that are inside the perimeter. So if you look on these engineers, for instance, there's a health bar right there. So if we look at one of his, see how these guys are like, oh, actually this is something. Oh, this is going to be hilarious. Okay, I'll make sure to show you guys that. But his triage center, basically units have health above their head there. So they have 6 men, but they're slightly wounded, so they go back to that when they retreat, they can heal. Pretty much a machine gun and my guys in the house. He was trying to get the guys in the house there. We were pretty much able to hurt this scout car, so he's going to want to pull back shortly. Scout cars are not meant, they're meant to harass, but they're not meant to do a full-on assault like this. And look what he did. He's burning my house literally down, but I haven't lost anyone. So that's a incendiary round on a mortar half-track that costs 35 munitions, and I just got out of the burning building. So as you can see, these guys are in heavy cover, and they're just behind there. And I'm perfectly happy. I really want to knock this out. Anyway, my allies are pretty much, they're kind of really pushing in the center. I think there's Fry. Yeah. Fry's pushing in the center. I'm holding my guy off, you know. Okay, so I see, let's go to my fog of war here. I can see that these guys, because my guys are recon, they can see a little bit further. I can see that all these guys are repairing. So I'm building this artillery. I'm literally racing to get my 25-pounder out to blow up this whole section here, and we're going to see what happens. But these guys, he should really have pulled back further. I mean, even from rifles, these guys, I've lost 1 man. And the mortar half-track doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot. I mean, they're behind heavy cover.
QM's just distributed supercharged rounds to the arsenal.
So I just upgraded my guys to supercharge. And it looks like these guys are going to try to fall back. And that's still not done, but we'll see if I chase them or not. And then Cash actually complains about his teammates. Wow, that's awesome. Cash actually complains about his teammates here, saying they don't know what they're doing. Just partially true. So we can see he's got all his men kind of lined up here. Really beat up, trying to repair. Doing my artillery done. I'm just going to reinforce these guys 1 unit, and then we're going to go after this guy. So I'm also getting Piets for my engineers over here. Meanwhile, on this side, we have taken some losses, so we're going to withdraw. It looks like these do not have machine guns, and they do not have the munitions for that. Anyway, the Germans' Cash is still fighting on this flank here. But we got now paratroopers inbound. And then this guy is kind of talking trash. These guys don't talk and don't do anything useful, so he quits. Cash has now quit. And then I'm going to say in a minute here, that's kind of rude. Like, you know what? I played with bad teammates before. I just said that. I played with bad teammates, but I don't think it's very nice for anyone to just say that their teammates are bad. Like, I may think that, like, my teammates are bad, but I would never, like, actually say, oh, these guys are bad. Let's say, you know, I know Alice is probably, I don't want to miss this. Okay, so I moved my recon up in order to see these guys, and he doesn't move when artillery is raining down, so I just destroyed his scout car there. And his other scout cars got blown up. He's pulling back his munitions half-track. That was a direct hit. We see the Germans go flying. And his scout car is blowing up also, so he just lost all his infantry. As soon as he saw that first thing in, he should have pulled back. So you can see how my guys are slowed. That's because he did the suppression fire. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Alice is new to this game. Or new to the Panzer Elite. I mean, they're a hard nation to get in touch with. Like, they're very different compared to everybody else. You see the Marines fighting over here. We're really trying to starve the Germans of the fuel. Let's actually go over to one of their perspectives here. They only have 26 fuel, 11. We've really kept the fuel out of their hands. That means when they build up any of these Panzer, they don't even have, I don't think they got that far. But if they were to build up some of these more Panzer, if you need a Panzer, for a Panzer 4 you need 80 fuel, and for a for the Panzer 4 you need 80 fuel, and the Panzer you need 110, so we really killed them with the fuel. If you can cut off the Germans' fuel, you will pretty much win the game. However, sorry to jerk around the camera like that. However, if it's a river map, and the Germans have equal fuel as you, they're just going to take their time, upgrade their tanks to veterancy tier 3, and run you over. You can have as many anti-tank guns as you want, unless you can bottleneck them. So, we killed this one engineer that was in the house there, and we're pushing up. Feeling pretty confident at this point. You can see these guys have our Piets. It's about a cinematic mode. So we got Americans fighting. Wow, it's so sweet. Sorry, this is confusing you guys. I'll go back to the regular mode. Anyway, I wish I had some, so I got 2 groups of the Brent carriers. We still have a ton of munitions. And we actually start getting bombarded by... Oh, a mortar. Cash is a mortar. And my guys are really clumped up. Don't, when a mortar's coming at you, just don't stop moving. So, he's upgraded his squads to increase number, and I'm just going to keep going after this mortar because I really want to kill this. We're taking so many casualties, and my lieutenant's almost dead. I'm about to pull back as soon as I kill this unit. I called a sniper on that, and you do not want to lose whole units. You want to just replenish them. I think when I see more Panzer Grenadiers coming, you also don't attack piecemeal like this. Yeah, so my guys are almost done, but this guy's a veteran now. His troops around him are getting a lot of kills, and they just fight better. So with our Brens, we're just going to massacre the engineers. I've taken some casualties. I lost 4 men for that whole assault. Anyway, I'm going to pull back. I haven't really understood what the munitions half-track does. I think it heals. Yes, we got 2 mortars now that are from Extreme Game, and that's the computer. At this point, what I didn't realize, I'm actually going to stop these guys from capturing the munition. At this point, what I didn't realize is that how far my allies had just dominated this side. Because I wouldn't say it was even television. I was kind of aware they were winning in the middle, but I wasn't aware how. how much they were. Anyway, I got the munitions and I bring out the Stuart light tank. I really don't see a point for an armored command right now, which I don't think I'll actually be able to get an armored command here. I'm floating in manpower, which is kind of bad. I should really be using that. But look at my allies. I mean, MGs, veteran up, bars. And then he's got oh, that's so. For I went infantry, I went artillery for the British, and Doc went airborne. These elite troops with these recoilless rifles, they will absolutely, they can slaughter light vehicles. Like if I was the paratroops or whatever, I could slaughter that. Now the Stuart can do a unique thing. It's kind of like a canister shot from Empire and Napoleon Total War with the cannons. Meanwhile, I've retreated my guys back, and right now I'm building a casualty clearing station. So I'm gonna, right now I'm gonna, after it's built, I'm gonna do this little special feature in the medical thing and heal them up, because you can see they're very wounded and they're likely to go down. So here's what medics look like for the British. Kind of just hanging out. Now if this lieutenant went down, they'd bring him up. So I'm doing that, and that's gonna heal everybody in this vicinity. And then I'm going to start reinforcing them so they can get back. You know, as you can see, my allies are kind of just, with the T-17 armored car and everything, they're pretty much just collapsing the Germans. I finally got my armored command way back there, but I want to focus on this. Looks like the Rangers are going to go down. Oh, good, he withdraws them. So my allies with their elite infantry are pretty much just pushing through on the left flank here. Meanwhile, they're bombarding me with... I swear, they must have a mortar. Something is hitting me with fire. Maybe? Oh, incendiary grenades. You can see, I'm just like I'm trying to build a artillery right there. I was a little bit cocky, but hey, I did it anyway. And that scout car can't do any damage against my light tank. So he's gonna pull back again. He's in trouble because he's got 4 Panzer Grenadiers, and look at this. That thing can actually hurt your tanks very badly. The 20mm anti-aircraft cannon. Okay, Extreme Grammar rage quit now as his base is about to be overrun. He's got... We've actually played against him before, so you might see him later. Before this battle, we actually kind of know him. We also know this guy named Business something. The Businessman or something. Anyway, with the recoilless rifles are actually good. Now I'm going to start my attack. I actually did a creeping barrage across this area. I really just want to kill this flak, but we killed some more Germans. This munition must mean their health, because they're pretty... If you just move these guys over, maybe? I don't know what it does, to be honest. I've used the Panzer Elite a couple times. I've won, like, I think I won 4 games with them. Also, what's great about the paratroopers is they have fired up just like the Rangers. Anyway, I think right now I'm going to do the canister shot in a second when I see all these guys. Anyway, I got all my infantry, and damn, this thing is just tearing into my guys. I just lost like 6 guys right there between those 2 things. I was trying to butt in this vehicle, and I'm going to pull back because I lost... Look how many men I lost to that one thing that was half damage, the 20mm anti-air. That's great against infantry. As you can see, my allies are still pushing through. They're pretty much destroying the bunkers and killing the AI. Oh, damn it, I missed it. Well, you can see parts of their body right here. That tells you a canister shot went off. This thing has increased attack. That's part of the veterancy of the Panzer Elite. So I was coming back, quickly reinforce. I'm getting another tank, and hope I can bring them in for the final fight. Anyway, Alice has lost pretty much everything he has. He's just down to an armored car. I'm gonna get some Fallschirmjäger. I would definitely bring those in at this point. You might need some. In fact, you might actually be getting Fallschirmjäger. Apparently, you got Luftwaffe too. I didn't see any Luftwaffe troops.
We can use Luftwaffe ground forces to take the fight to the enemy.
Oh, they picked up a machine gun, a 30 cal. That's right, his guys up. Yeah, okay. His Luftwaffe are all over here. He's got some Fallschirmjägers. I finally blew up his scout car. So his half track is pretty much a sitting duck. Look at all these. We got 4 squads, sorry, I can't count. 4 squads of airborne, 3 squads of riflemen, and a ranger, along with my tank, and all my men are rushing
Unit
back.
has died in action.
And then I said good game, because I always like to say that. The Fallschirmjägers are trying to rush back, but once he loses this building, it's over.
Base is under enemy fire.
My lieutenant's coming. He can run a little bit faster than the rest of his men, and we're just gonna basically destroy this building. So even if you, capture sectors and stuff, if all your bones are gone, you're done. Okay, so this is Car221. I hope you enjoyed this part. Hopefully the volume was right. I'm gonna mess with the volume. Last time I had the volume a little bit too high. But tell me if you want to see more. I love doing these. I have a lot of 3 versus 3s to show you, especially with my 2 teammates here and another person. So, suggestions, for any constructive criticism on the video. I probably shouldn't have been doing cinematic mode very much, but it was kind of a cool new thing. I thought I gave a pretty good, kind of showing you their side, but mostly part of my side, what was kind of happening, and kind of really showing off that push on the left that helped us pretty much kill my enemy here. So, Car221.